Hello, but welcome back to Strategic Command. Paradox Gamer playing, and we're about to start the last scenario in the Panzerkrieg campaign, Kursk South. July 1943. To take back the initiative, once more, German High Command has planned Operation Citadel, directed at sealing off and destroying the Kursk salient. And this is where we had the biggest tank battle in World War II. At Prokhorovka, so I'm excited to see how that would pan out. I expect that to be in here. Let's find out. So, Operation Citadel has been devised to destroy the giant bulge in the front known as the Kursk salient. A pincer attack on both flanks with massive armored and mechanized forces will cut off and destroy all enemy troops inside. The first stage of the operation requires breaching the initial Soviet lines. Then, along the road to Kursk, the city of Oboyan must be taken. Equally important to secure our supply lines is the capture of Rakhnoy and Verkhny Oslanets, respectively, to the southwest and southeast of Oboyan. Since 1941, the Soviet has transformed their air force into a much more potent adversary, equipped with numerous and capable aircraft types. They also have a substantial reserve of armored units in the salient. Meeting these in combat is not only unavoidable, their destruction is a specific objective to cripple the Soviet defensive strength for the foreseeable future. Okay, that was a very short introduction. Let's see what we have to work with here. Capture Oboyan at the very top of the map. And then Rakhnoy and Verkhny Oslanets. One at the far west of the map and the other in the far east of the map. So we basically have to take the whole map in just 32 turns. And I see a lot of Soviet units. Now my specific problem here is I do not have a large force. Only 700 requisition points. That's not a lot. That means I cannot even buy more. I'll be very far from filling out those 106 command points. That will be my problem here. Anyway, let's check out the secondaries. Destroy 8 fortifications. Cleaning up the Soviet static defenses, including some well-concealed MG foxholes, will secure the width of the front and allow us to deploy and maintain additional forces. Deploy and maintain additional forces. That definitely means more command points. I'm not sure if that also means more requisition points. If I only get more command points, it doesn't really matter. I can't even use the 106 I already have. Clear the east of Belgorod. Capturing Rasmunoye and Blisnaya Igumenka, east of Belgorod, will protect us from attacks in the rear once we've progressed deeper into the Soviet territory. That sounds like we definitely have to get this one. And it's right next to my lines. Finally, control the railroad to Kursk. Once we can safely use the railway to Kursk to transport supplies and reinforcements, we will be able to deploy additional forces on the battlefield. Again, deploy additional forces. That means more command points. Again, nothing I can use. So basically I need to clear the east of Belgorod to avoid getting hit in the back. And I can safely ignore the other secondaries. So let's take a look at the battlefield. We have a lot of auxiliary forces this time. German Infantry 43 with an armored car 233. Flak 37. Infantry 43, 75mm artillery, horse-drawn. German Infantry 43. There's a Marder 3 with 2 stars. And a Flak Feeling 38. Let me just check this one out. Yeah, that's That's actually not what I would expect from a flak feeling. The flak feeling is basically 4 heavy machine guns attached next to each other. If you shoot at infantry and even lightly armored vehicles, or unarmored vehicles at least, the flak feeling will just tear it apart. Yet its only attack value against soft infantry or against soft targets is 2. I don't know, that's not right in my book. We got one Su-122 from the previous mission. That should come in handy. We have a Panzer 3N, very good against infantry, not so much against armor, on the attack at least. It's well defended with Schützen on the sides, as we can see, but not offensively. Then there's a Stuk 3G. This one is the opposite, very effective against armor, less against infantry. They did have a bow mounted machine gun, and then an AA mounted, which means it was on the top. You have to actually be crew exposed in order to fire that machine gun. Right, now we have a half-track AA gun. German heavy infantry 43 and another German infantry 43 down here. We can see a lot of enemy units around. And let's see, to get to Rakidnoye, we have to get through Odbrajaska Gotna and Vidensky. But it's very close actually to my lines. Just checking out the landscape here. As a whole host of AT guns here. 75mm long barrel, very effective. So let's see over here. This is readily okay. Vechny Olchenets is also very close to my lines, but it almost tells me that I have to divide up my troops for this one. This is Belenkino railway line, and there is Progorovka. This is where the big tank battle appeared in real life. And this is only the road to Kursk. Kursk is further to the north from here. Alright. So I think my plan will be to divide up my troops with the heaviest emphasis on the left to get Rakignoy as fast as possible, and then we'll simply move east, either just straight through Cherkasky or go back down where we came. No, we don't have enough time for that, I think. In any case, we need to get back over here for the Battle of Belenkino. Oh my god, I am under huge time pressure. Okay, so we'll put all the armored, no, not armored, all the mobile units over here. So that once we're done with Ratkinoe, I'm sorry about the pronunciation of these towns, then we can quickly transport ourselves to the other side of the map and then completely forget about the rest of the left side. I think this is what I'm gonna try. Meanwhile, the non-mobile infantry will take on Ratsumnoye and Biesnaya Igumenka. Right. Easier said than done. What about the Tiger? The Tiger should not be moving too much. I think I'll keep the Tiger over here because we have a paved road going from Belgorod north to Stroito and actually all the way to Belankino. That is where the Tiger will be most effective. So we'll not deploy the Tiger over here. Okay, enough talking. Let's get some tanks on the map. Now there is an AT gun right there, so I need some infantry to deal with that. Let's hook up the SS over here. They are all mounted on half tracks, so they can move much further than the regular infantry. They will deal with the AT gun, and then we'll have Panzer IVs to burst through the lines. So we have two here. How wide a front do we need? Let's try and keep that front line as small as possible. Just take Obyazhskaya Gradnia and then force our way north from that position. So we'll take another Panzer IV, 3 Panzer IV, and just 1 artillery, I think, because we'll be moving very quickly. What can that reach? It can reach there. Let's put it over here then. It can reach the town. And then all the airplanes will go up over here. Except that they can't. They can start from here though. That's okay. We'll start them from here. All 3 Stukas. What can they upgrade to? 87G model. That is slightly better against armor and slightly worse against infantry. Against fighters, they are slightly better on the defense. That's not worth the 56 points when we don't have a lot of points to start with. So I'm not going to upgrade the Stukas. I am going to get it back to full strength though. Oh, we got 15 this time. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we get all the fighters out now. One, 2, 3. And this one we actually have to upgrade to the F model. That's 81 points as well. Oof, we gotta do it. And that still leaves me with 3 points available, which I can use for either another fighter, another Stuka, or the recon planes. I think I'm gonna go with the recon planes. Now the problem is they are gonna have to start all the way over here. Unless I just wait a turn and deploy them in the upcoming turn right here. I think I'll do that. We can even buy one more for 20 points. I think I'll do that. I want to keep the eyes in the sky. Just purchase, do not deploy yet. We'll deploy them in the coming turn. We still got more SS units, and we'll just place them down here, I think, as well as the armored car, which will start here. And we have this one, the AA truck, I think, or the AA half track, that will start on the other side. Or should it just follow this one here? Well, we do have some AA guns over here, right? Yeah, there's one right here, and there was one over here as well. Yeah, so that's fine. And then we have the Gebirgsjäger. They are motorized. We'll put them down here as well. And that's it for this this side of the map. Then we'll put the rest over here, where we have a lot of auxiliary units as well. So we want to take Ratsum here very quickly. So we'll get some elite infantry right on top of that. Actually, all my infantry is elite. And they can go to 43 for just 26 points. We should definitely do that. Let's do that all around. And then we'll need some up here. This is where I'll put the Tiger on the paved road. And let's put the KV. Hang on, what could the Tiger be upgraded to? Well, there's no King Tiger here. Sturmpanzer 4. That's it. No. We'll keep the Tiger. Actually, that's a Tiger E model, which is slightly better on the attack and also slightly better on the defense against armor only. The rest are the same. That's not worth 175 points. I'm down to 465. I just don't have the points. In fear of repeating myself, that is the case. Do we want artillery over here? We can start with one artillery, I guess, here. And then get the other artillery up here somewhere. Something like that. Can reach all around. And we'll defend this one with this one. The other one has some defense there. Then the rest of the infantry needs to be deployed. I guess we'll deploy them here. And then the engineers can go up here. That's it. And I still got 38 command points. I just don't have the points. We can see that I have some casualties. We have the heavies. They could be revived for 80 points, and that will take them down to half a star. So no, I'm not going to do that. This is what we got to work with. Let's try it out. So I'll just fire up my first turn. So this artillery piece here can reach the bunker. That bunker I'm not going to get very near to. So I think we'll just move it up here. Let's get into contact with the AT gun from two angles. Forcing it into the woods there. We'll just go straight up with the armored car, because none of the other infantry can reach that far. So let's take the armored car, we'll discover what's in the town, and then we'll bombard that with my artillery. There's also an AA gun there, that's good to know. The AT gun is not going to cause any problems. So this is where we take the tanks up. And now we have flanking from the armored car. We can actually take the town right now. So let's do that. How far up can I think yeah, I think we'll follow up with that one. and then destroy the AT gun instead. Just so that it doesn't come back up. Now the infantry here will move up. Like that. Armored car. Now let's get this one around this way. And then these guys will try and secure that artillery position. Like that. So those are the opening moves. Over here we have the Marder. Let's get the Marder over here. And the extra infantry. And then we have this AA gun as well. What is that gonna do? Let's wait a little bit. The Stukas. Let's get them a little bit down to this position so that if I go up here, they'll probably get intercepted by enemy fighters. If I go down here, there's a chance that they will not get hit in the first turn. And the Fokker Wolves will defend them primarily. Let's just bring the AA gun over there. That takes us to the center. No, that's actually the right side of the map. We're gonna go into the ditch here. The artillery is gonna fire blind in here. I know there's something in there, obviously, so... And we have some extra infantry coming up from behind. Or do we need that up here? Maybe we'll need that up here instead. And we'll send the heavies down here. There's an AT gun there. And I would like to hit these guys with the artillery. And we can come up on the other side with this one. This one will defend the artillery piece. Bring this one up here. Tiger, fire. 5 damage. And that is with an AT gun in here in the town. Let's make sure to hit that with the engineers. And then we can take the town with the KV. And let's take out that AT gun completely. Do some damage to this guy. Bring the SU back over here, as well as the Panzer III. Yeah, it's probably faster to just go by the road. And then we'll deploy the aircraft. We'll take 2 of them over here, and the other one can go over here. There we go. Yeah, so this one could have been deployed right away. That's my turn. Let's go to the Soviet turn, and we probably will have some lag. I'll try and talk you through it. On the right side we have artillery open up fire. 3 damage. Another artillery opening up on my engineers. 1 damage. Another artillery in the west. You can see all of this. Also 2 damage. The infantry fires back at me. Also in the far west. I hate when it goes back and forth on the map like that. We have infantry in the east coming out of Bisnaya Igumenka, but they're not attacking. And then we have a fighter incoming in the east. We have a fighter incoming in the center, heading towards my my Stukas. And there's also a bomber on the left side and one on the right side. And another fighter. Straight run on the KV should not have any effect. And yet another plane, probably another fighter in the west side. And yet another fighter on the west side. I think I counted 5 fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters and 2 bombers is what I see. Alright. That was a pretty good first turn. I think I'll put a break in here and I'll continue in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. See you there. Bye bye.